WOWT6. This is Heartland Focus.
Hey, good morning, and welcome to Heartland Focus. I'm your host, Tim Clark. As you can see, I still got my mask on, but this is a different kind of mask. This is the Jet Award. This past Thursday, had an opportunity to participate in the Jet Award, and so my special guest is Johnny the Jet Rogers, and I'll be bringing him on. But I tell you, I want to thank all the folks that have come out. We just had a primary election, and I want to thank you guys for coming out. I tell you, this thing called democracy is about participation. It doesn't work if we choose not to partake and use our right to vote. So I hope in May, in terms of the general election, that if you did not vote in the primary, that you choose to activate that right to vote, because it's just shameful that so few people decide our leadership. Politics, policy, all that is important. That will drive in terms of the agenda of how do we improve the quality of life in our communities. District 2, there's two candidates there, Ben Gray, Juanita Johnson. District 2 is very important to what's happening in this country. And so it's important that we get out and vote. And if you're okay with what's there, support that candidate. If you're looking for a change, support a new candidate. And so the mayoral race will be on that ballot as well. And so please get out and support and vote. It's important. I don't want to waste no more time. I want to bring on my special guest, good friend, Johnny the Jet Rogers. Johnny, we just celebrated, I think the 10th. It's been over 10 years of the Jet Awards, and we want to talk to him about that and just how awesome that event was for Omaha, Nebraska. Johnny, welcome to Heartland Focus, man.
Well, thank you, Tim. I like the word focus.
I love that. I
use that all the time. Focus. Follow one course until you succeed, brother.
See, I love it.
That's focus.
That's why I like piling around with you, dude. You got me sitting up tall. I'm feeling good and motivated. You know, I just love it. So, man, thank you. Just don't send me no invoice, okay?
Never, Tim, never. We in it together.
We're in it together, man. Well, congrats.
I'm just so happy that we just finished through my 10th anniversary. It's been 10 darn years.
10
since
years.
we started the Jet Award and started the Baddest Man on the Planet Award.
Wow.
And as I explained to people last night, the way I came up with the Baddest Man was that we think that everything is good, and then there's good, G-O-O-D-T, and then there's bad. And bad is just about as good as you can possibly get, and that's what these guys are. The punt return and kickoff guys are the baddest men on the planet.
Well, let's talk a little bit about, we're going to pull up the website, but you had some of the baddest, athletes in the room. I mean, of course, the room would have been bigger, but adhering to COVID-19 protocols, there's about 250 people in the room. Talk about just the magic and what happened on Thursday night right here in Omaha, Nebraska, this place that we call the Good Life.
Well, I think it's really pretty electric whenever you can have 5 Heisman Trophy winners to start your night off in the room. When you can start off with our own Mike Roziers from the University of Nebraska, Heisman Trophy winner. Eric Crouch, Heisman Trophy winner. Mike Garrett, the second Black Heisman Trophy winner from USC. Herschel Walker, voted the #1 college football player in the history of college football. And of course, yours truly, myself, CBS Sports put me on the first team for the best punt returner of all time, as well as the best all-purpose back. And with all those guys coming together with the people for our winner, that we had Avery
Williams. Avery Williams, yes.
Avery Williams from Boise State, from the Mountain West Player of the Year, the best return man in the country. Avery Williams.
So when you think about that night, I know there's so many people that you want to thank, but you know, it's just as you say, one of the things, and I thank you. I'm honored that I was able to be a part of the program because of my role at Metropolitan Community College. But one of the things I hear you say all the time, one, every day is game day, and not just every other day. And then another thing, I want you to talk to that, but I want you to talk to, you said, teamwork makes the dream work. And if it's not big enough, if it's not big enough,
no, anything you do by yourself, anything you can do by yourself
big enough.
Ain't big enough.
That's right.
Teamwork makes your dreams work.
And that was you put that in play on Thursday night, man, at the Jet Award. I mean, it was a team. So talk about your team and how all this took place into this world-class event that took place here in Omaha, Nebraska.
Well, just kicking it off, Coach Reed, William Reed, Denny Drake, and myself 10 years ago came up with the concept of the Jet Award because I looked around and I noticed that college punt returners or the kickoff return men, the special teams guys, were the only guys in college football that didn't have an award that was in their honor. And so at that particular time, I decided that was a travesty, and we came up with that award. At the same time, Coach Reed decided that also because there wasn't an award now, there wasn't an award earlier. And so when we started giving awards out to the guys now, we wanted to start bringing guys in from the past, which we call the Legend Award. And we wanted to give guys who didn't get awards back in the day an award so we can start really catching up, because these guys are some of the game breakers and some of the most exciting players in the history of college football that we had to get them some type of recognition. And so we started off 10 years ago with Joe Adams from Arkansas. He was our first Jet Award winner. We crowned him the baddest male on the planet March 29th of 2012. And he was an All-American. He got drafted in the 4th round to the Carolina Panthers. And he was just he just set the bar so high. And as time went on, it just kept on going, getting higher and higher. We had Tavon Austin was our 2012 winner. He's from West Virginia. Then there was Ty Montgomery. He was a wide receiver, played wide receiver, and he was our 2013 winner from Stanford. We had Tyler Lockett, was our 2014 winner from K-State. He got drafted in the 3rd round. 2015 was Christian McCaffrey from Stanford, the best all-purpose back they got out there right now. Dory Jackson was 2016 from USC. He's an all-purpose guy, had 6 kickoff returns for touchdowns.
Wow.
Then there's 2017. There was Dante Pettis from Washington. He was the wide receiver. 2018, Savon Scarver, all-purpose from Utah State, All-American. He had 3 TDs from kickoff returns in that one season. And Joe Reed, the 2019 wide receiver from Virginia, went to the LA Chargers, had 2,700 yards in kickoff returns alone.
Wow. I tell you, when you think about, Johnny, in terms of what you just, really over the span of 10 years, some of, I know you got the Heisman, there's some other sports awards, but when you think about the impact and the success of some of your awardees, some of the people that you've honored, I mean, you got an awesome group of people that you've awarded that's still actively playing in the NFL. They're doing extremely well.
Oh yeah, we have a couple of the guys up for the Heisman. They were they were 2 or 3 guys that were in the Heisman. We got 1st round draft choice picks. We really do truly have some of the baddest men on the planet, and several of the 9 out of the 10 are still active participants in NFL today.
9
and
out of
it's
the
good that we're able to use,
Did you say 9 out of the 10 is still active in the NFL?
and the 10th is not really out there. he still has a chance. Joe Reed still has a chance that he's still getting waved around, but most everybody is still playing after the 10-year time.
Wow. Well,
and getting better. Getting better.
Well, one of the things I do want to, I know you mentioned Coach Reed, and you mentioned Denny Drake. It takes a team, and I just wanted to just, hats off to you and congratulations in terms of what you're doing. We're going to take a break. I want you to talk about the mission of what happened, the magic of, we talk about the sports. I want you to talk about the magic of really where those dollars, you raised a whole lot of money. I would call it Team JR. Y'all raised a whole lot of money on Thursday night. And let's talk about the impact that's going to have in terms of the greater Omaha area. So when we come back, Johnny the Jet Rogers, legendary football player, going to talk about the mission of where dollars are going to help improve lives right here in the Heartland. Stay with me. I'll be right back. Hey, welcome back to Heartland Focus. I'm your host, Tim Clark. Hey, great show today. My guest is Johnny the Jet Rogers. So Johnny, man, thank you, man, again for taking the time. So this thing, this awesome event, the Jet Award. We talked about, we had great keynote speaker, Herschel Walker was in the house in Omaha, Nebraska. Mike Garrett, and just his story, and it's just unbelievable folks in that room. Talking a little bit about now the mission. Why do you do this in terms of just, I know we know your motivation that you wanted to make sure special teams are recognized in terms of especially the special teams, but what's the other reason why this is so important to you?
Well, the other reason why is because I was a graduate from Technical High School, Tim. Back in 1969, when I graduated, we were the second largest trade school. We were the second largest school in the United States and happened to be a trade school. And we have most of everybody that we had coming out of Tech High, when they came out of Tech High, they had a career they were going into because they pretty much started their trades from the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. By the time they got to be a senior, they had employment. They knew pretty much what their direction was going to be. And now those jobs have turned into, you can start off between $50,000 and $100,000 now if you come out in the trade. So we use our notoriety and recognition to actually draw attention to raise money so we can give scholarships at Metro Community College for our young people, non-traditional students, and young kids and non-traditional people. We give scholarships from the age of 18 to 62, I think has been the range that we actually are in, to give scholarships for them for an education so they will be able to take care of themselves and their family and to get to bring themselves up in life. So we emphasize the trades, and every dollar that we raise, Metropolitan Community College actually matches those dollars. 80% of the people that are applying for a need-based level for scholarships are getting them. And that enabled us, probably last night, we really raised probably about $1.5 or so million for people, young people, old people, young people, middle-aged people, just people, period, that are needy to go into the trades and have a career in their lives and get a step up.
Wow. Hey, man, congratulations. That's a big number. That's a big number, 1.5 million. And in
the room.
I mean, that's a beautiful thing. And so what you're talking about is giving opportunity to folks that want to really skill up, to job up, to career up, and looking at all possibilities. And when you think about trades, I hear this all the time, Johnny. People think trades are so limited to just construction. It's much bigger than this construction.
Well, they have about 100 different types of trades out there, Tim, that are catching people's interest. And all you have to do is have the interest, and we have free money for you.
Yeah.
You got to carry a C average and be serious about what you're trying to do. But but we have free money that we're giving out for people who are trying to better themselves and want to work themselves up and understand that education is not part of your life. Education is life itself. And you got to invest in yourself. And if you put the time in, we will help you with the funds. And we use our platform to raise that money, so you don't have to worry about the money. You just have to have the desire, the burning desire to want to be a better boy or a better man or a better girl. Right. And we're going to help you do that.
Now, and so, putting on my Metro Community College hat, in terms of, so they can go on our website, Metro Community College website. There's an application process. And like Johnny said, minimum requirements. It's a need-based. We want to help the most needy folks that really are experiencing financial challenges. We want to help you. Grade point average, he said average, so 2.0, and you got to really select a career in technical and career trades. So like you said, there's hundreds. So we're talking about will trades, health trades, IT trades. The list goes on and on. Now, Johnny.
Yeah, culinary arts.
Culinary arts. And so when you think about it, you said, teamwork makes the dream work. You never get it done by yourself. It's not big enough if you can do it by yourself. Who are some of the folks that really help, as far as sponsors, that really help make that night a reality?
Well, one of the big parts of our team are people that really are sports enthusiasts here in the States and have a long reach. Mike Yanni from Burlington Capital has enough influence that when he sends out invitations for people to come to our awards dinner, they show up and they come and they bring money. And we have tables that we're selling to raise money, and they're not bashful about doing it. Combined with all the action that we bring with for Herschel Walker to come here, more than likely for a program that we have, you cannot afford a guy like Herschel Walker to come into your room. He's charging $50,000 or $100,000 an appearance to come in. So to get the opportunity to bring Herschel Walker in, and Mike Yanni's send out invitations to do that, we were able to generate enough funds to make it happen. And that's what we call teamwork. Yeah,
it was a powerful room. I mean, you had the governor, he was there, the mayor. You had just some unbelievable folks in that room that care enough about really what you're doing to try to impact the lives of students and young people.
Yeah, not only were they there, Tim, they spoke. They spoke, and they spoke highly of the program and the people that were participating, the athletes that were involved there, the contributors that were there. And they made mention of all the different elements that it really took to make this thing a successful event, to actually bring it together. So it's almost like a spiritual thing that's coming up now, that we're all coming together, and you had all different races and colors of people in the room that were sharing their time and sharing meals and trying to do things to help each other as a community should be doing.
Yeah, kind of coming together for a common good. Regardless of Republican, Democrat, whatever you are, it's like, how do we move forward collectively to build this country?
Oh yeah, black, brown, Republican or Democrat. I mean, it's white, brown, yellow, whatever. It's people. It's people helping people.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, I mean, your team, and I look back, and being an event planner, I do have to just recognize, folks that really make this happen, and the labor of love to see Denny Drake, his work and love and passion since its inception in terms of the start of it. Unbelievable. I mean, he's kind of like almost kind of like the ride or die part of that team there, and it just I just wanted to give him.
Denny has put in hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of time. We paid some people last year, about $15,000 for a 4-minute video. Denny has made hours and hours of videos for us. We paid $15,000 to those guys, and we haven't gotten a bill from Denny since we started. He loves what he's doing for us. He knows it really makes a difference.
That's right.
He knows how to do it, and he keeps it going in line. And we owe a lot to Denny Drake for doing the things that he does for our board.
Yeah, yeah.
Vince Lisi is also one of our board members from Berkshire Hathaway, who's starting on a new line here. That we got new leadership that are coming in, and we hope to just get bigger and bigger and better and better.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, and you said it in terms of just the likes of Mr. Mike Yanni, Coach Reed, some of your team members in terms of Patrick Austin. He served as the MC the other night. Jeannie Jones. I mean, you just had a force of people that had come together to make this thing happen. And so, and that's why I always repeat what you always say, it ain't big enough if you can do it by yourself. And that's what it takes, a collective team.
Well, you see all the people that were in the room, Tim, that bought the table, they're on the team too.
That's right. That's
part of the team.
Yeah.
Douglas County, their part is to pay for the tables and to show up. And that's what they put in there to help us in our endeavors, and they're part of our team too.
So Douglas County, been a supporter
Chris Rogers,
since the beginning. Chris Rogers, Commissioner Rogers, and then also the city of Omaha, the mayor. They've been supportive financially. The governor, not only they're showing up to speak, they're writing checks too.
They're writing checks.
That's a beautiful thing.
Everybody's writing checks for what we're doing.
Yeah. So how can people continue to support this? I mean, your website, let's pull up his website, the Jet Award Foundation. Can people, they can still donate?
It's the jetaward.com.
Okay. So
jetaward.com, and you can see all about the Jet Award. And then we have the Jet Award Foundation and Trust, which is the 501c3 that we operate under.
There you go. So they can donate there. And I tell you, you guys, 100% of the dollars go to support students pursuing in hot pursuit of career or technical educational trades. And the one thing is, Metro, we match all of the dollars that's raised through the Jet Award. Metro, we find so much value in what's happening in terms of this meaningful partnership that we choose to match dollar for dollar the money that the foundation is raising, because our future is in our ability to really put more of our students on the pathway to trades and IT, our future jobs. So it's high skill, high wage, and high demand jobs. And so we right now, the country is looking at how we rebuild, they say build back better, and it's $2 billion trillion into infrastructure. Trillion.
Right.
And so, but we got to have the labor. I mean, that's what, I don't know if he's out there, but Mike McDonald, in terms of the labor, the unions, if we create these students, we have to have a great partnership with our unions and help to the mentorship, apprenticeship programs, internship programs, and corporations out here. We got to give these students an opportunity.
That's what they call teamwork, team.
Hey, I want you. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, Johnny, I want you to tell them about the Heisman factor. We have on this screen one of the greatest football players of all time, voted ESPN the best, #1 in 2 or 3 categories. But I want you to talk in a Heisman in 2 categories.
Yeah.
And let's talk about that a little bit. But I want you to more talk about the Heisman factor, and when we come back. So we're going to take a short break. When we're back, we're going to talk. We're going to hear from Johnny the Jet Rogers, Heisman Trophy winner. The Heisman factor. Stay with me. We'll be right back. Hey, Johnny, we're out of time. We're out of time, but I want you to tease them a little bit in terms of the Heisman factor, and then what we're going to do, we'll get you back, man, so we can lay it all out. But you got 60 seconds.
Okay. Well, we believe the success is not a secret; it's a system. So I came up with the Heisman factor system to help me pull myself up by my own bootstraps from poverty to being one of the largest paid athletes in the history of the world at that time. Heisman is spelled H, you have to hold yourself to a higher standard. E, you have to expect to win. I, you have to invest in yourself and others. S, you have to have a system. And M, you have to be able to not just, you have to make things happen. And A, you have to ask for help. Ask and you shall receive. And N, you never give up. No fair catch.
Right on, right on. Man, thank you so much. I appreciate you taking the time. And again, congratulations to Team Johnny for pulling off that unbelievable national event, the Jet Award. You're making a difference, and I appreciate you, man.
Well, thank you for your help, Tim, too. You're quite an integral part of our team as well, buddy. We appreciate all the help that you put into the community and all the things that you do. And congratulations to Juanita for her getting into the city council race.
Right on, right on. Hey, thank you, guys. That's all for this episode of Heartland Focus. Make today the beginning of your best year yet. Go out there and get it. Lean forward. Sometimes you got to take it, but be good to yourself. It makes it so much easier to be good to others. Until next time, I'm your host, Tim Clark. Be safe.